Have you ever found yourself looking at someone else's life and thinking, why not me? We live in a world where comparison is constant. On social media, at work, even in our own families. It's easy to get caught up watching others, judging our progress based on theirs, and forgetting the most important person in our story, ourselves. But here's the truth. Your greatest power lies in focusing on your own path. Because the moment you stop chasing others and start building yourself, that's when everything changes. Today, I want to talk about why it's time to stop looking around and start looking within. We often waste valuable time and energy comparing ourselves to others, what they've achieved, how fast they're moving, how perfect their lives seem. But the truth is, your biggest competition is not someone else. It's who you were yesterday. The only person you should be trying to beat is the version of yourself from the past. That's where your focus should be, on your own growth, your own mindset, and your own journey. When you wake up in the morning, you shouldn't be thinking about what someone else is doing. Stay stoic. You should be asking yourself, how can I be better than I was yesterday? Maybe yesterday you gave up easily, but today you pushed through. Maybe yesterday you doubted yourself, but today you choose to believe. These small changes don't seem like much in the moment, but they add up. They create momentum. And with that momentum, you build a life that's truly yours, not a copy of someone else's. The problem with watching others is that it pulls you out of your own lane. It distracts you. You start to walk like them, talk like them, think like them. And eventually you lose the most valuable thing you have, your own identity. But when you focus on yourself, you begin to discover your true potential. You start to see what you're really capable of, not what others say you should be. You don't have to make giant leaps every day, just small, consistent steps forward. Read one more page, do one more rep, speak one more truth, learn one more skill. Each act of self-improvement is a silent victory. And over time, these victories shape your mindset and define your character. The journey becomes more peaceful, more fulfilling when you stop obsessing over what others are doing and start taking responsibility for who you're becoming. Because you can't grow by chasing someone else's path. You grow by watering your own roots. And when you do that consistently, you'll look back and realize that your best life didn't come from comparison. It came from progress. So remember, don't try to outshine others. Just try to outgrow the person you were yesterday. Comparison is one of the fastest ways to lose confidence. The more you focus on others, on their achievements, their looks, their lifestyle, the more you start to doubt yourself. It begins subtly. You see someone doing better than you, and suddenly your own progress doesn't feel like enough. You start to question your journey, your choices, even your worth. But what you're really doing is measuring your behind the scenes against someone else's highlight reel, and that's never a fair game. When you constantly compare, you shift your focus away from what you have and start obsessing over what you lack. You forget your strengths. You forget your purpose. Might you forget your purpose? You start chasing things that were never meant for you, simply because someone else has them. And in doing that, you weaken your own foundation. Confidence doesn't grow from watching others. It grows from working on yourself, trusting your process and acknowledging every step you take forward. It's also important to understand that everyone's journey has different timing. Someone else's success doesn't mean you're failing. It just means they're in a different season than you. Flowers don't bloom at the same time, but that doesn't make any of them less beautiful. The same goes for people, people.
When you truly accept this, you free yourself from the burden of comparison. You stop rushing, you stop doubting, you start focusing on becoming the best version of you at your own pace. Comparison is not just a thief of joy, it's a thief of energy, of motivation, and of inner peace. The energy you spend worrying about what others are doing could be the same energy you use to build something meaningful in your own life. Imagine if all the time you spent comparing yourself to others was used to learn something new, to improve your health, to strengthen your faith, or to grow your mindset. The progress you'd make would be unstoppable. So protect your confidence. Don't let someone else's story distract you from writing your own. The more you focus on your path, the stronger and more certain you become. Let others inspire you, but never let them define you. Keep your eyes on your own growth, and the rest will follow. One of the most powerful truths you can accept is this. You can't control other people. You can't control what they think, how they act, what they say, or how they live their lives. But what you can control, what you have full responsibility for, is yourself. Your attitude, your effort, your focus, your response to every situation. And once you truly understand this, everything begins to shift. So many people waste their energy trying to change others or worrying about how they're being perceived. They get caught up in opinions, comparisons, and drama that doesn't serve them. But the more you focus on others, the more you drift away from your own purpose. You lose time, clarity, and direction. That's why it's so important to bring your attention back to what you can do. How you show up. How you grow. How you handle challenges, setbacks, and success. Life becomes lighter when you stop expecting people to act the way you want them to. Some will support you. Some won't. Some will understand you. Others never will. That's okay. The goal is not to please everyone. It's to stay true to your values, your purpose, and your journey. When your focus shifts inward, you stop reacting emotionally to outside noise. You gain control not over others, but over yourself. And that's where real strength is built. It's not easy. It takes discipline to ignore distractions and focus on your own growth. But it's the only path that leads to real freedom. Because when you control yourself, your thoughts, your habits, your actions, you become unshakable. You don't need validation. You don't need applause. You're driven from within, and that kind of focus is rare. You will find peace when you stop trying to control the world around you and start mastering the world within you. Let go of what doesn't serve your growth and hold tight to the things that do, your mindset, your faith, your discipline. That's where real change happens. Focus on your own energy, your own purpose, and your own goals. The rest, it's just noise. Every single day is a new opportunity to invest in yourself. Not in what others are doing, not in the noise of the world, but in your own growth. When you wake up and choose to focus on self-improvement, physically, mentally, emotionally, you start building a foundation that no one can shake. Because the truth is, no one is going to do it for you. No one else is responsible for your progress. That's on you. Self-growth doesn't have to be loud or dramatic. It's often quiet, slow, and consistent. It's in the decision to read instead of scrolling. It's in choosing discipline over comfort. It's in facing your fears instead of running from them. When you put time into learning, reflecting, and improving, even in small ways, you're telling yourself that you matter, that your future matters. And over time, these habits create the version of you that you've always wanted to become. The problem is, many people wait for motivation to show up.
But real growth isn't about waiting. It's about deciding. You decide to improve.
You decide to change. You decide to build a better life, one choice at a time. No one sees the hours you put in behind the scenes, but that's where success is born. It's not about impressing others. It's about respecting yourself enough to evolve. And here's the beauty of it. When you focus on growing yourself, the need to compete or compare fades away. You're too busy improving to be insecure. You're too focused on progress to waste time on jealousy. Your energy goes inward where it belongs. And in that space, you find clarity. You find purpose. You find confidence that's built on something solid. Something real. Don't chase perfection. Chase growth. Don't try to be better than others. Just try to be better than who you were last month, last week, or even yesterday. Make learning a lifestyle. Make reflection a habit. Make your mindset your greatest strength, because the most valuable investment you'll ever make is in yourself, and it pays off in ways no one else can give you. In today's world, it's easy to lose focus on your own journey because of what you see on social media. Every day, you're bombarded with pictures of perfect lives, success stories, luxury, beauty, and happiness, edited, filtered, and carefully curated. But what we often forget is that social media is just a highlight reel. It's not the full picture. It's not real life. Comparing yourself to what you see online is like comparing your reality to someone else's best moments, captured in just a few seconds. Behind every polished photo is a struggle you don't see. Behind every smile might be stress, doubt, or pain that's hidden from view. And when you spend your time watching others, you begin to feel like you're behind, like you're not enough, like you're missing something. But the truth is, you're not behind, you're just distracted. And that distraction is stopping you from building your own life, your own story, in your own way. Instead of watching other people live, start living your own truth. Put your phone down and pick your purpose up. Use that time to learn something new, build a skill, create something meaningful, or Just sit with yourself in silence and reflect. That's where real progress begins, not online, but within. Social media isn't evil, but it becomes harmful when you let it shape your self-worth. Don't let likes, comments, or views determine your value. What truly matters isn't how many people are watching you. It's how deeply you're connected to your goals, your peace, and your purpose. So the next time you feel discouraged because of what you see online, remind yourself it's not the full story. The real story is happening in your life every single day with the choices you make and the actions you take. Focus on writing that story, because that's the one that matters most. There's a kind of peace that can't be found in the outside world. It doesn't come from attention, success, or approval from others. It comes from within, from knowing who you are, accepting yourself, and focusing on your own growth. But when your attention is constantly on other people, what they're doing, what they think of you, how far ahead they seem, you begin to lose that peace. Your mind becomes cluttered, your heart becomes restless, and your path becomes unclear. True peace comes when you stop trying to keep up with everyone else and start embracing your own pace. It comes when you stop trying to prove something and start working on becoming something. When your focus is inward, you begin to recognize what truly matters. You start asking different questions. Am I living in alignment with my values? Am I growing? Am I at peace with myself when no one is watching? You don't need to announce every move. You don't need to impress anyone. Real confidence is quiet because it's built on something stronger than attention. It's built on self-trust. And when you trust yourself, you don't chase noise. You don't chase approval.
You chase growth, purpose, and inner stability. That's the kind of peace that lasts. It's also the kind of peace that gives you strength, because when challenges come, and they always do, it's not other people's praise that will carry you through. It's your mindset, it's your faith, it's your calm. And that calm only grows when you choose to turn down the noise of the world and turn up the volume of your own voice. So if you feel overwhelmed by comparison, doubt, or pressure, take a moment to disconnect from the outside and reconnect with yourself. Breathe, reflect, recenter. Your peace is not something others can give you or take from you. It's something you build, protect, and nurture every single day. And the more you focus on yourself, not with selfishness, but with intention, the more you'll discover just how powerful, capable, and content you can become. To wrap it all up, the key to a fulfilling and powerful life lies in focusing on yourself, not on others. When you stop comparing, stop trying to control what's beyond your reach, and instead invest your energy in your own growth, mindset, and peace, everything changes.
Your journey is unique, your progress is yours alone, and your true strength comes from within. So let go of distractions, embrace your own path, and commit every day to becoming a better version of yourself.
Remember, the greatest victory is outgrowing who you were yesterday, not outshining anyone else. Keep your focus where it truly belongs, on you.